Welcome to our YouTube channel Dream Dynamics.
If someone ignores you, it can be a hurtful experience. You may feel rejected, unimportant, or even angry. However, in Zen teachings, there are lessons that can help you deal with this situation in a more positive and peaceful way. In this video, we will discuss the spiritual teachings of Zen and how they can help you learn to cope with being ignored. Lesson 1. Think about what you did recently. The first step in dealing with being ignored is to think. Reflect on what you may have done to cause the other person to ignore you. Did you say something hurtful or offensive? Did you do something that upset them? It's important to take responsibility for your actions and consider how you can make amends if necessary. When you engage in the practice of reflecting on your recent actions without judgment or blame, you create a space for self-awareness and growth. This process involves stepping outside of your own perspective and attempting to understand the situation from the other person's point of view. By doing so, you open yourself up to a deeper level of empathy and compassion. Apologizing for your actions is an essential step in the process of making things right. It requires humility and a genuine recognition of the impact of your words or behavior may have had on the other person. By offering a sincere apology, you demonstrate your willingness to take responsibility for your actions and show that you value the relationship. Acknowledging the feelings of the person who is ignoring you is also crucial. It shows that you respect their emotions and are willing to validate their experience. This doesn't mean you have to agree with their perspective, but rather that you are willing to listen and understand where they are coming from. By creating a safe space for open and honest communication, you can foster a sense of trust and potentially find a resolution. Sometimes making amends may be necessary to repair the relationship. This could involve taking tangible steps to rectify the situation or offering acts of kindness and support. The specific actions required will depend on the circumstances, but the key is to demonstrate your commitment to growth and change. In the teachings of Zen, taking responsibility for our actions is seen as an opportunity for personal growth and spiritual development. It allows us to cultivate qualities such as compassion, understanding, and forgiveness. By acknowledging our mistakes, we can learn from them and evolve into better versions of ourselves. It's important to remember that being ignored by someone may not always be about you. There could be underlying factors that contribute to their behavior, such as personal struggles or emotional challenges. By approaching the situation with empathy and understanding, you can avoid taking their actions personally and instead offer support and patience. By reflecting on your own actions, apologizing when necessary, acknowledging the other person's feelings, and making amends, you can navigate being ignored in a positive and peaceful way. This practice cultivates self-awareness, empathy, and resilience, which not only benefits your relationships, but also enhances your overall well-being. When faced with being ignored, the teachings of Zen offer valuable guidance. By practicing self-reflection, empathy, and taking responsibility for our actions, we can foster understanding, forgiveness, and stronger relationships. Remember, that growth takes time and patience, but by incorporating these teachings into your daily life, you can navigate through challenging situations with grace and wisdom. Lesson 2. Ask to talk alone. If you're not sure why the person is ignoring you, it may be helpful to ask to talk to them alone. This can give you the opportunity to ask them directly if there is something wrong and how you can work together to resolve the issue. When dealing with being ignored, it can be beneficial to ask the person who is ignoring you if you can have a conversation alone. By requesting a private conversation, you create a space where both of you can openly express your thoughts and feelings without outside distractions or influences. During this conversation, it's important to approach the situation with an open mind and a genuine desire to understand their perspective. Listen attentively to what they have to say, allowing them to express their thoughts and emotions without interruption. This demonstrates your willingness to prioritize their feelings and shows that you value their input. As the conversation unfolds, try to remain calm and composed, even if the other person's words or actions are hurtful. Remember that this is an opportunity for both of you to gain insight and potentially find a resolution. Avoid becoming defensive or confrontational, as this can escalate the situation and hinder progress. By engaging in a private conversation, you create an environment where both parties can express themselves honestly and openly. This can help foster understanding, empathy, and potentially lead to a resolution or a deeper understanding of each other's perspectives. It's important to note that not everyone may be open to having a conversation or may not be ready to address the issue at that particular moment. In such cases, it's essential to respect their boundaries and give them the space they need. Pushing for a conversation when someone is not ready may further strain the relationship and hinder any potential progress. Remember that effective communication requires active listening, empathy, and a willingness to find common ground. By approaching the situation with openness and respect, you create the opportunity for meaningful dialogue that may help address the underlying issues and rebuild the connection. Asking for a private conversation allows both parties to express their thoughts and feelings in a safe and respectful space. It demonstrates your commitment to understanding their perspective and finding a resolution. However, it's important to be mindful of their readiness and willingness to engage in conversation. By approaching the situation with patience, empathy, and open-mindedness, you increase the chances of fostering understanding and potentially resolving any conflicts that may have led to being ignored. Lesson 3. Be ready to work together on a solution if it makes sense. If the other person is willing to talk, be ready to work together on a solution if it makes sense. This may involve apologizing for your actions or finding a compromise that works for both of you. Remember that communication and understanding are key to resolving conflicts and building stronger relationships. In addition to reflecting on your own actions and engaging in a conversation, It's important to practice self-care and cultivate a sense of inner peace when dealing with being ignored. This involves focusing on your own well-being and finding healthy ways to cope with any negative emotions that may arise. One way to take care of yourself is by practicing self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, recognizing that being ignored is not a reflection of your worth or value as a person. Remind yourself that everyone experiences challenges in their relationships, and it's important to be gentle with yourself during these times. Engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment can also help alleviate any feelings of sadness or frustration, whether it's pursuing a hobby, spending time in nature, or connecting with loved ones. Finding moments of happiness can provide much-needed respite from the emotions associated with being ignored. It's also important to set healthy boundaries when dealing with being ignored. This means recognizing when it's necessary to step back from the situation and give yourself space to heal. It's okay to prioritize your own emotional well-being and take time for self-reflection and self-care. Practicing mindfulness and meditation can be powerful tools in finding inner peace during challenging times. By focusing on the present moment and observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment, you can cultivate a sense of calm and clarity. This helps you navigate the difficult emotions that may arise from being ignored and allows you to respond in a more balanced and compassionate manner. Seeking support from trusted friends, family members, or even a therapist can also be beneficial. Talking about your feelings and experiences with someone who can provide a listening ear and offer guidance can help you gain perspective and find healthy ways to cope with the situation. When dealing with being ignored, it's important to prioritize self-care and cultivate inner peace. By practicing self-compassion, engaging in activities that bring you joy, setting healthy boundaries, practicing mindfulness, and seeking support when needed, you can navigate the experience of being ignored with resilience and inner peace. Lesson 4. Focus on personal growth and self-improvement. When faced with being ignored, it can be an opportunity for personal growth and self-improvement. Instead of dwelling on negative emotions or seeking validation from others, shift your focus inward and use the experience as a catalyst for self-reflection and self-improvement. Take the time to evaluate your actions and behaviors that may have contributed to the situation. Be honest with yourself and identify areas where you can make positive changes. This could involve working on communication skills, developing greater empathy, or becoming more mindful of how your words and actions impact others. Engaging in personal growth activities, such as reading self-help books, attending workshops or seminars, or seeking out therapy, can provide valuable insights and tools for self-improvement. Remember to approach personal growth with a growth mindset, embracing challenges as opportunities for learning and development. View being ignored as a chance to become more self-aware, to cultivate empathy and understanding, and to become a better version of yourself. Practicing forgiveness can be a powerful aspect of personal growth. Holding on to resentment or anger towards the person who is ignoring you only perpetuates negativity within yourself. By practicing forgiveness, you release yourself from the burden of negative emotions and open up space for healing and growth. Remember that personal growth is a lifelong journey, and it takes time and effort. Be patient with yourself as you navigate through the process. Celebrate small victories along the way and acknowledge the progress you make, even if it's incremental. Being ignored can be an opportunity for personal growth and self-improvement. Use the experience as a catalyst for self-reflection. Evaluate your own actions and seek opportunities for personal development. Embrace challenges with a growth mindset. Practice forgiveness and be patient with yourself as you embark on a journey of personal growth. By focusing on your own self-improvement, you can emerge from the experience of being ignored as a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate individual. Lesson 5. Surround yourself with a supportive network. When dealing with being ignored, it's important to surround yourself with a supportive network of friends, family, or other individuals who uplift and validate your feelings. Building a strong support system can provide you with the emotional support and encouragement you during challenging times. Reach out to trusted friends or family members and share your experience with them. Opening up about your feelings can help alleviate the emotional burden and provide a sense of relief. Choose individuals who are empathetic, understanding, and non-judgmental, as they can offer valuable insights and perspectives. In addition to seeking support from loved ones, consider joining support groups or online communities where you can connect with others who have experienced similar situations. These communities can provide a sense of belonging and understanding, as well as offer guidance and advice based on shared experiences. When interacting with your support network, be honest about your emotions and experiences. Allow yourself to be vulnerable and express how being ignored has affected you. This can create an environment where others can offer validation, empathy, and guidance. It's important to be mindful of seeking support in a healthy way, avoiding relying solely on others for validation or constantly seeking reassurance. While having a support system is beneficial, it's also important to develop your own self-reliance and coping mechanisms. Additionally, consider seeking professional help if you find that the emotional impact of being ignored is significantly affecting your well-being. A therapist or counselor can provide you with the tools and guidance to navigate through the emotions and help you develop healthy coping strategies. Surrounding yourself with a supportive network is crucial when dealing with being ignored. Seek support from trusted friends, family, or support groups who can offer validation and empathy. However, remember to also develop your own self-reliance and seek professional help if needed. By building a strong support system, you can find solace, guidance, and encouragement during challenging times. Lesson 6. Shift your focus and invest in positive relationships. When faced with being ignored, it can be helpful to shift your focus towards investing in positive relationships. While it's natural to feel hurt or disappointed by being ignored by someone, it's important not to let that experience overshadow the connections and relationships that bring positivity into your life. Take the time to nurture and strengthen the relationships with those who value and appreciate you. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you and who reciprocate your care and attention. These positive relationships can serve as a source of comfort, encouragement, and validation during times of difficulty. Investing in positive relationships involves actively engaging with others, showing genuine interest in their lives, and being present in their moments of joy and challenges. By fostering meaningful connections, you can cultivate a sense of belonging and fulfillment that can help counteract the emotions associated with being ignored. Additionally, focus on building new connections and expanding your social circle. Participate in activities or join groups where you can meet like-minded individuals who share similar interests or values. This can provide opportunities to form new friendships and connections that are based on mutual respect and appreciation. Remember that building positive relationships takes time and effort. Be patient and allow these connections to develop naturally. It's important to approach relationships with authenticity and open-mindedness, as this fosters genuine connections that are built on trust and understanding. Don't forget to foster a positive relationship with yourself. Cultivate self-love and self-acceptance, and treat yourself with kindness and compassion. Engage in self-care practices that promote your well-being and prioritize activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. By nurturing a positive relationship with yourself, you can build a strong foundation for healthy relationships with others. Shift your focus towards investing in positive relationships when dealing with being ignored. Nurture existing connections with those who value and appreciate you while also seeking opportunities to build new relationships. Remember to foster a positive relationship with yourself as well. By shifting your focus towards positivity and investing in healthy relationships, you can find support, fulfillment, and a sense of belonging, even in the face of being ignored. Lesson 7. Practice gratitude and cultivate a positive mindset. When dealing with being ignored, it can be easy to get caught up in negative emotions and thoughts. However, practicing gratitude and cultivating a positive mindset can help shift your focus towards the good things in your life and promote a sense of well-being. Take the time to reflect on the things in your life that you are grateful for. This could be anything from the support of loved ones to the simple pleasures of life, such as a beautiful sunset or a warm cup of tea. By focusing on the positive aspects of your life, you can shift your mindset towards positivity and cultivate a sense of contentment. In addition to practicing gratitude, focus on developing a positive mindset. This involves approaching challenges with optimism and resilience, and reframing negative thoughts into positive ones. Instead of dwelling on the negative aspects of being ignored, focus on the opportunities for growth and self-improvement that the experience presents. Engage in activities that promote positivity, such as practicing mindfulness, meditation, or affirmations. These practices can help you to develop a more positive outlook on life and cultivate a sense of inner peace. It's important to note that cultivating a positive mindset does not mean ignoring or denying negative emotions. Rather, it involves acknowledging them and choosing to focus on the positive aspects of your life instead. By doing so, you can develop a sense of resilience and optimism that can help you navigate through difficult times. Remember to be patient with yourself as you cultivate a positive mindset. It takes time and effort to shift your focus towards positivity, but with consistent practice, it can become a natural part of your daily life. Practicing gratitude and cultivating a positive mindset can help shift your focus towards positivity and promote a sense of well-being when dealing with being ignored. Reflect on the things in your life that you are grateful for. Develop a positive mindset and engage in activities that promote positivity. By doing so, you can cultivate a sense of resilience and optimism that can help you navigate through difficult times. Lesson 8. Set healthy boundaries and prioritize self-care. When faced with being ignored, it's important to set healthy boundaries and prioritize self-care. Setting boundaries allows you to protect your emotional well-being and ensure that your needs are respected in relationships. Evaluate your current boundaries and consider if they need to be adjusted or reinforced. Communicate your needs and expectations clearly with others, expressing how you would like to be treated and what behavior is acceptable to you. This can help establish a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. Setting boundaries also means learning to say no when necessary. It's okay to prioritize your own well-being and decline requests or situations that do not align with your values or goals. By doing so, you assert your own agency and protect yourself from unnecessary stress or negativity. In addition to setting boundaries, prioritize self-care as a way to nurture your well-being. Engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation, whether it's practicing a hobby, spending time in nature, or engaging in self-reflection. Make self-care a regular part of your routine, ensuring that you are taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional needs. Remember that self-care is not selfish. It is essential for maintaining a healthy and balanced life. By prioritizing self-care, you are better equipped to handle challenging situations, including being ignored, with resilience and a clear mind. It's also important to seek professional help if you find that the impact of being ignored is significantly affecting your mental health. A therapist or counselor can provide guidance on setting boundaries, coping with emotions, and developing healthy self-care practices. Set healthy boundaries and prioritize self-care when dealing with being ignored. Communicate your needs and expectations clearly. Learn to say no when necessary, and engage in activities that promote your well-being. Remember that self-care is essential for maintaining a healthy and balanced life. By setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care, you can protect your emotional well-being and navigate through the experience of being ignored with strength and resilience. Lesson 9. Practice forgiveness and let go of resentment. When dealing with being ignored, it's natural to feel hurt or resentful towards the person who is ignoring you. However, holding on to these negative emotions can be detrimental to your emotional well-being and relationships. Practice forgiveness as a way to release resentment and promote healing. Forgiveness does not mean condone the behavior of the person who is ignoring you, but rather it means letting go of the negative emotions associated with the experience. Forgiveness involves acknowledging the hurt that you feel, expressing your emotions in a healthy way, and choosing to let go of resentment. This can involve reframing your perspective, seeking understanding, and focusing on positive aspects of the situation. Additionally, practice self-forgiveness. It's natural to blame yourself or feel guilty when faced with being ignored. However, it's important to recognize that you are not responsible for the actions or behaviors of others. Forgive yourself for any perceived mistakes or shortcomings, and focus on self-improvement and personal growth instead. Remember that forgiveness is a process and may take time. Be patient with yourself as you work through the emotions associated with being ignored and practice forgiveness. In addition to forgiveness, focus on cultivating compassion towards others. Recognize that everyone has their own struggles and challenges, and that the person who is ignoring you may be dealing with their own issues. By practicing compassion, you can develop empathy and understanding towards others, which can promote healthier relationships. Seek closure if necessary. If being ignored is causing significant distress or affecting your mental health, consider seeking closure through communication or seeking support from a therapist or counselor. Practice forgiveness and let go of resentment when dealing with being ignored. Acknowledge the hurt that you feel, express your emotions in a healthy way, and choose to let go of negative emotions. Practice self-forgiveness and cultivate compassion towards others. Seek closure if necessary. By practicing forgiveness, you can release resentment and promote healing, positively impacting your emotional well-being and relationships. Being ignored can be a challenging experience, but by following the teachings of Zen Master, we can learn to cope with this situation in a more positive and peaceful way. By taking responsibility for our actions, communicating openly and honestly, avoiding negative thoughts and actions, building strong relationships, and boosting our confidence, we can create a more fulfilling and joyful life for ourselves and those around us. Remember that true happiness comes from within, so focus on cultivating inner peace and positivity in all aspects of your life. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this story meaningful and the lessons impactful, don't miss out on more content like this. Subscribe to our channel to stay connected and receive regular updates filled with insightful narratives and valuable life lessons. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to sharing more empowering stories with you. Remember, every small step towards personal development counts. See you in our next video.